speaking of weeb apocalypses, have you seen any weeb apocalyptic stuff? Anything in general?
What, isn't like apocalypse animes?
Yeah, or like, you know.
Could you count Attack on Titan as an
Weebish.
apocalypse anime?
I would count it because Titans.
Yeah, that's pretty apocalyptic.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. What do you think of that?
I fucking love Attack on Titan.
You are?
Attack on Titan was like the anime that brought me made me realize, oh shit,
Mhm.
like this is what anime can do. Because before that, like my first anime was probably like actual like Japanese anime was like Gundam, like one of the really, I think it was Gundam Seed, which is like not very good. So I was like, I'm in an RA over a few years. And obviously, like when I was a kid, they had like the children's version of One Piece dub. On that, I probably saw an episode or something. Or obviously, you had like Pokemon, Digimon, and stuff like that. But I was never really that interested in them, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I watch Attack on Titan, and I'm like, oh shit! Like especially that first season of Attack on Titan. Fucking hell, that it's just brutal, and it's like it just like opened my eyes to like this is like the kind of story the medium of like manga and anime can like tell, and I think without watching that, I don't think I would be into anime as much as I am. So I have a lot of respect and love for Attack on Titan. Do I think it's like the best thing ever? No. I think there's points in the story where it drags out a bit. I think the pacing is in the anime especially, I think the pacing has issues. The ending in the manga is quite divisive over whether it's good or not, and as well as that, I personally think it's rushed. And I think other people agree with that as well, so I think that's why there's going to be an anime-only ending. Well, that's why they've dragged it out to be a final season part 3, so they can have a different ending. But yeah, other apocalyptic anime?
I mean, for me anyway, Attack on Titan was like brilliant. I thought it was amazing. Season 1 and 2 were just completely different, though. And then,
Yeah.
I feel like I might get a lot of hate for this, but like season 3 and onwards was just kind of disappointing to me.
I can
Just
see
because,
why
like,
people
there was so
say
much
that.
hype over the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Season 3 came out. I felt like a lot of it was lacking
Mm.
compared to the first 2 seasons. Like the voice acting felt like rough. And that's to be expected because the voice actors were a lot older. They've like experienced a lot more now, so it was kind of hard to get back into that role after not like, you know, voice acting for like years. So like it was kind of like disappointing to me how they went into it, and it was just like, I don't know, it was just they weren't there yet, or the voices were just different, and for me that really impacted it because I couldn't get into the feels. Music though, or the OST and stuff.
Oh yeah, the music in Attack on Titan is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. I've got like a playlist
Oh, yeah.
because it is so amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just wow. Whenever you hear it, chills.
Yeah, I think as well. I think the thing is that the first and second seasons are so totally different, like pace wise. So I think with the first season, there's so much like. The pace is so fast, you can't really. There's no like moments where you can like hold on to. It's just like from one to the next to the next to the next until like the season ends. And I'm not saying there's anything bad about that. I think that's what makes the first season of Attack on Titan so good. And then you get into the second season, and the pacing is a lot slower, and it becomes more of a political story, which it stays as then for the rest, with like action in it as well. And the action's great, and I think for me, the political side is what drew me in even more because I like politics, I'm a politics student and stuff, but I can see why for some people that would be a major turn off after watching the first season.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, after the end of season 3, where it's revealed, I'm not going to spoil it in case there is anyone who hasn't seen up to that, but when stuff is revealed, I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed. But then season 4 happened, and I was like, I can totally see why they did this, and I enjoy this change now. because it kind of gave the story like a second, like a rebirth kind of thing, but like not in like a normal way, like where it was like completely reviving the story, because it didn't need to be revived anyway, but it just like changed it in a way where like I don't know, I feel like it benefited the story, and now I'm very much excited to see what happens next. And yeah, I'm not sure. I think it comes out in the winter season of 2023, so I will be. That's already on my list, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of depressing stuff, but you know.
The manga is already a masterpiece of the anime.
Yeah, the manga's great.
Expectations for it.
Yeah, the manga's great. The anime, I think it's probably something where I haven't read the manga the whole way through. I think it's something where I can't really say which is better, the anime or the manga. But I'd say the anime is. I think either way you go, you're getting a great story, great characters, and so on. And yeah, it's great. I think that's why it's become so popular.
I mean, other apocalyptic, or I wouldn't really say apocalyptic now, because there's a lot of other like to do with like war and stuff. Lelouch.
I've not heard of that one.
Lelouch for Rebellion R1 and R2. Absolute masterpiece. Like, I do have to recommend it to you and the viewers. Like, see it. Like, definitely go watch it, because it reminds me of Attack on Titan with that political aspect.
Yeah.
But the story, if you watch the entire thing, it's just the way they connect the plot and everything like that. It's amazing, and I definitely go recommend it. There's a lot of like war and fighting in it, so it's a great like thing to like kind of see and understand, especially if you like want to see things from the enemy point of view, like good guys' point of view, the bad guys' point of view, like every single point of view you kind of see, and you kind of like you start to like characters, you start to dislike characters, but at the same time you can kind of connect with those characters, all the characters at the same time. So Lelouch for Rebellion R1 and R2, that's a great one to watch. I'd recommend that. Other than that, there's quite a few, like Old Noah Zero. I don't know if you've like heard of that one. It's more of a mecha kind of anime, but it's still like amazing.
I mean,
at the same time.
You've got more recent stuff like 86.
86, that's one of my top ones as well. I really like that one.
I dropped it, but I'm gonna go back and watch it just because I think I watched that straight after I watched Attack on Titan, so I think it's like those rose tinted glasses, so I think I should go back in now that I've watched a lot more and open my eyes a lot more to the scene and see whether I like it more.